What's up, everybody? This is the Hypothesis Podcast. I'm your girl. Oh, shit. I'm your girl, Taylor.
She forgot she was a girl.
Bruh.
We're trying to use gender-neutral pronouns here. I'm just going to call myself Token so everybody feels comfortable. We got to get
You are really trying to... Man, okay, so did y'all hear EARTHGANG new album? What is it even called?
Mirroland.
Man, it's so good. So, first of all, they are just so Outkast vibe to me. Like, they just scream Outkast vibe, and not even like we're trying to emulate exactly what they're doing. It's just like, you know how every generation has its own, whomever. We kind of get replicas of people that have been here before, and they are definitely like that on that vibe so well.
That album is just so eclectic. You take one vibe and then the next song is a completely different vibe with a completely different flow. You can have horns in one song and then the next song has got synth, and it's great. It's amazing.
They even bring back T-Pain, and I just appreciate that collab so much because the song is definitely going to be one of those slept-on songs. It's called Tequila. It's going to be a slept-on song on the album, but it's rings so fire. Like, T-Pain is a legend. Like, y'all need to understand what he did.
It's not a good deal, homie. You left out of your own feelings. So give me my card and fuck your business, nigga. Take a shot. Good God.
He auto-tuned the whole game, and now everybody is really following that blueprint and have, like, really actually taken it overboard. And that just gets me into thinking about how people just appreciate this one-liner type music. Like, I prefer beats with a story. I need my tempos to change. I need some beats to drop out and there's an acapella section. I need some real dramatic shit going on in my music, and that's when I can really appreciate an artist for their artistry. Like,
yeah, she's just describing Kendrick Lamar because he has like 16 different chains of tempo and songs and beats and melodies.
Okay, he should be the blueprint, but I think honestly the blueprint for him was like people like Outkast and shit, and it probably wasn't really necessarily the blueprint for him, but like we're just gonna name some eclectic artists. Outkast, Kendrick Lamar, of course, Smino, EARTHGANG is fire.
Yeah, I mean, I would just say Dreamville as a whole.
Travis Scott. I appreciate Travis Scott. Token, I know you don't really rock with him like that, but I appreciate his mix, man. Like, I just love his music. It's a vibe. Yeah,
it's interesting because you know who Travis Scott was inspired by?
No, I can't.
Kid Cudi.
Oh yeah, he has worked with Kid Cudi. I know you finna get into this whole spiel about how Kid Cudi put everybody on. Go ahead.
I need. I don't know what you're talking about. I just know that people have slept on what Kid Cudi has done. Just because for the longest time, he was like the chorus king. Everybody wanted to put him on the chorus because, killing them with the hums.
Man, them hums really bring something out of you. Yeah, and I can definitely see that because Trav, man, he hums. Like, those hums bring his music to life. It just really gets me in my zone. Like, I gotta go to a Travis Scott concert. Like,
okay, and other music news, Nicki Minaj is retiring.
Yeah, that's super weird that she announced that like that. I don't really know.
That's how you retire professionally. You just tell people.
Okay, so
Jay-Z has done it like 7 times.
I was just about to say, is this gonna be some Jay-Z shit? Because that was just super weird. He did not have to do that. Like, he needs to retire the way 50 Cent did.
How did 50 Cent retire?
He retired.
Oh. Now, did he announce his retirement, though?
Yeah, he said that if homecoming or graduation
Kanye West
sold more. Do you remember like that whole battle?
He made another album after that, though.
I don't really know. Maybe he did, but I think that he did he like legitimately retired mostly and started
producing and acting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the way to go.
Yeah.
I don't really like his spirit, but
That's funny.
Strategic, sure enough.
Yeah.
I remember he made so much more money off of his album than he would have because he knew that Kanye West's album was going to be better than his.
Yeah, I mean that's
that was
the best
the
way
hype.
to sell your stuff is put competition or something like really big. Like that's why Jay-Z kept telling people he was going to retire so people would buy his album, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. But like 50 Cent and Kanye West like album beef was like the Popeyes Chick-fil-A beef of our time.
That's funny. Oh man, let's talk about that in a second. But real quick, I want to get back into the idea of retirement, and especially when it comes to female artists, because we don't really have a lot of female artists. And the unfortunate part is we also, and I can only really speak for the mainstream because I don't know too many underground female artists. We have a lot of variety in our mainstream female artists. Like now that we have Lizzo, who
sings, dance.
Yeah.
Play the flute. She's a man.
So she is, palatable for the masses now.
Yeah. I think that Lizzo is a pretty spectacular being. I appreciate that she's a band geek. True at heart. I was definitely a band geek and I loved band. I think that it has allowed me to appreciate a myriad of different music. And it's just really made my musical palette so diverse. That's why I appreciate stuff like Kendrick Lamar's music, because I'm used to playing music that has drama, it has context, it has storyline, and so definitely with concert music. So when I'm listening to rap and hip hop and stuff like that, definitely these are dramatic stories. They need dramatic beats with it, unless I'm just listening to some stuff that like I want to dance to, when I want to get hyped to. But like Kendrick Lamar get me hyped too. It's just two different types of hypes, I guess.
Yeah, I definitely have appreciated artists who've been able to kind of mix I forgot how Kendrick Lamar put it, the jazz fusion with the rap music or something like that. But just the kind of the live action, like Roots have always done it. Pretty much because they're a live band, but like Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole has done a lot of jazz in his last two albums. Alex Wiley, Mick Jenkins,
Masego, of course.
Yeah, and a lot of Dreamville, and I think that's the most interesting part about.
Please don't do that. Please don't do that.
It's the most interesting part about, I think, hip hop in general, just because it can be so eclectic. You can have a rap song that has a saxophone and just a piano in it, rather than having synthetic beats, or you can have drums, or you can have just a cappella, and it's able to be kind of formed and morphed. It's so malleable, and that's what I think makes it such a sought after music genre. Because when rap first came out, it was like, this is gonna be a fad, it's gonna go away, just like disco and all that stuff. But no, because rap is so good at being what people are, at telling stories like you were talking about, it's able to continue, and now it's the most listened to type of music.
Yeah, I love Black people, man. It's just an ode to our culture, an ode to our perseverance, and really an ode to our influence. I think that we are just such creative and diverse and complex individuals, and that just really reverberates in everything that we do, and especially our music.
Yeah.
I watched the Astroworld documentary, and the reason why I appreciated it so much was because what it was really showing was, it showed his life, but it showed more so how his music moved the people that followed him. And it just made me really remember just how powerful music and just beautiful sounds really are, and just how important music is to our culture and to who we are as like human beings, our species. Really, we've never not lived without some type of noise. And I just think that music is so dope.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
I know you were telling me about some people who told Travis Scott, that music saved his life. And one of my kids was talking about, there was a time in his life when he was going through high school where he was just fighting every day. He was getting in trouble, doing drugs, selling drugs. He had guns and stuff. And, he was only 14 and 15. And his mom had cancer at the time. And he was just getting in a lot of trouble, stressing her out, and just going through a lot of stuff. But for some reason, I think somebody gave him a Kid Cudi CD. And one of the tracks that he listened to was Soundtrack to My Life. And if you know anything about that song, that's pretty much Kid Cudi just kind of venting out about his music and how he's feeling, and you know, the fact that fame doesn't allow you to escape your own depression. And he was just kind of reflecting on it, and he was like, I played that song so many times, and all of a sudden, you know, I started bawling, and from that day on is he got his stuff together.
Wow, that is super powerful. And that's the power of music. You can see these people, honestly, and I'm just so moved. I'm moved when people are moved by things like that. So I'm watching this documentary, and you see people like running up to the car like, you saved my life, Travis, like crying, like I was in a dark place and your music really got me through. And I'm like, this is just really beautiful. I wish that more people really got an opportunity to talk to the people that made this music and really build relationships with these people. But I mean, realistically, that's extremely exhausting and kind of very
like, just talk to the ghostwriters.
Don't you?
Would that destroy things? Because I don't think
he has ghostwriters. I don't think his music is complex enough to really have ghostwriters.
It's funny. That's when
I don't think his lyrics are complex enough. I think that like maybe him and his boys, they go back and they like bounce off the ideas off of each other. But he really kind of babbles in his music for Trav. Yeah. But you talking about for people in general? Like,
well, because I think what people connect to, and maybe it's, I don't know which one it is. It's either the content or the personality that comes through the song, and then that will dictate whether you want to talk to the artists themselves or you want to talk to the people who helped them write. If you're connecting to the personality, that presentation, that, you know, that particular cadence when actually delivering the song is very different than the process for writing it.
Yeah. So what do you guys think? Do you guys like artists and their music, music for personality or for content? Is that what the question was?
Yeah. And do you have an eclectic taste? And no judgment if you don't. Some people just like their country. Nobody likes country. Some people just like their rap music, their rock music, their metal. Some people dip and dab.
So let us know what y'all listening to. Let us know what you guys are listening to as far as underground artists, or who you think is underrated.
Yeah, tell us some female artists that I'm sleeping on. I know Tierra Whack is somebody I got to catch up with.
Yeah, me too. I need to know some female artists too, because I'm sure I'm sleeping on a lot of them.
Yeah, No Name's always good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we always have No Name on the list.
Yeah, but tell us what's on your playlist, why you listen to, who you listen to.
We appreciate you all joining us for the Hypothesis Podcast. I'm Taylor.
I'm Token. Until next time.
Yeah.
Fee-fi-fo, cigarillo, I'm shaking up with the trees. How I keep the leaf in the middle. I'm more than these hotel rentals and dental bills adding up. I'm the Kennedys out for lunch with a preacher martyr the king. I'm Cardi's engagement ring. I'm America showing off. I'm Viacom. I'm Chappelle and Pelly and rapping like Dialon. Spell it like Dialon. Gave my body to Adam. He told me to lie.